Plastic Free July is a global movement that started in Western Australia to choose to refuse single-use plastics. So what we're going to do today is step one, which is just doing a bin audit. So we're going to go through a household bin and see what we can find in there in terms of what plastic is there, where we can find the plastic, like in bottle caps, in chewing gum. There's a lot of different places that there's plastic where you don't realise, so we're going to look at all of that and then see how we can reduce our plastic, so what we can avoid altogether, and start improving on our recycling and composting habits a little bit more. Starting off, great start, we've got a brown paper bag instead of a plastic bag to put the waste into. There isn't going to be any food wastage in here because the food waste goes into the compost from this household. But I've been warned that there might be some tuna, so we'll see how we go. Alright, we've got paper box. I think you've been doing some vacuuming because there's a bit of dust. Oh, I don't really want to take that out much. Alright, food packaging, plastic bag, don't know what that is, foil, no, it'd just be easier if I do that, hummus container with mouldy hummus or something else. And a sock. Another plastic bag, and then just some kind of dust. So this is what we've got, and what we can do to categorize it is to just put it into different, subcategories of plastic and foils and wrappers. So we've got paper, plastic, non-recyclables, soft plastics, it's paper, that looks like foil, okay, that's pretty much it. So some of the stuff in here can be recycled, like we've got our box and some paper, which can obviously go into the yellow bin, and then we've got our soft plastics as well, which you can put into the red cycling, which recycles soft plastics and makes them into furniture. The reason that they haven't been is because they're contaminated, so they've got bits of food product on them, so then they won't actually be able to be recycled. So that's probably why they're put into landfill. But otherwise, if you give them a bit of a clean, you could probably avoid them going into landfill and put them in their respective bins. So we're in a household pantry at the moment, and I've just taken out some of the products just to have a look to see what plastic they use. We've got your standard plastic packaging, which you can recycle because it's soft plastic. But some of this stuff you can actually buy in bulk, so you can buy it without the plastic packaging and you just scoop it out from a big box into like a little bag if you've brought one. We've got things like Barocca, which has a hard plastic lid, so you can recycle this plastic lid, and the rest of it is kind of got tin foil. One big culprit of plastic that people don't realise is in tea bags. Now we just did a bit of research, and Madura has sustainable tea bags, and 80% of the materials used for it are recycled. But a lot of them you'll find actually have plastic in them, so they might be made of nylon, some of the glues might be toxic, so I think it's worth doing some research on what teas you're buying. If you're buying loose leaf, then you're fine, but if they're in bags, then often they do contain plastic and don't degrade. Things like cocoa powder come in a recycled box, or you can recycle the box, but then on the inside that'll be wrapped in plastic. So again, if you find your local bulk food store, you can get that package free. A good thing that this household person has done is they have bought some of their stuff bulk. So they've just put some of these seeds in a jar and avoids the plastic packaging altogether, which is really good. So if you want any more information on how to conduct your own plastic audit, then you can visit plasticfreejuly.org or just information in general about what the campaign is. It's a 30-day challenge, so you can do it for 1 day or 2 weeks or indefinitely if you want. It's completely up to you. But a great thing to do is to sign up to it. So you can get newsletters that includes tips on how to do your own plastic-free July. It also lets organisations and the government know how many people are interested in fighting plastic pollution.